This is Russ. Hey, I'm back in the car again. What time is it? 10:10. Headed out of Costco. Temperature is about 80 degrees out right now, but it's really muggy. Yeah, it kind of rained a little bit. Not much. I tell you, at least for us, the rain that we've gotten so far has been very minimal. Yeah, it like sprinkles a little bit and then they call it rain. But up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this weekend, especially I think yesterday, maybe it was Saturday night, I don't know. Yeah, they had flooding up there. And West Allis, Wisconsin is essentially right next to it. That's where the state fair was. So they actually sent an email out to anyone who had tickets. I had tickets, but of course I've already gone and finished it last week, saying that they were canceling the final day because it's all flooded up in that area. Yeah, it's too bad. You know, they only get 11 days to do it, so they've canceled out one of the days. And of course, the concerts that they have, anyone who bought concert tickets, they're refunding all of that too, so that's too bad. But that's been the state of our weather lately, right? It's been really crazy. It's a little muggy out there. I was going to get up and do a review today, but then it said it was going to rain, and it did, but it's so small amount that it just drizzled on you essentially. Now it's just humid, so I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Anyway, today I got an email message, as I typically do every single day. I will get several email solicitations asking me to make videos for whatever product is out there. I've mentioned this many, many times, but today's email was kind of interesting. Yeah. So they had a product that they wanted me to consider, but here's why it was interesting. Not so much about the product, although the product is an interesting product. Yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind doing it, but I can't see how that relates to any of the stuff we do, although maybe somebody might. But I don't know how I would be able to do it justice showing it. But anyway, they sent me this email solicitation, and it was, hello, Russ. Okay, just starting out with my name is a big thing in the first place, because many of the solicitations, as I told you before, it'll say, Dear insert person's name. I mean, it's such a form letter that they don't even remember to take that part out of it. It says, Dear, parentheses, insert person's name here, end parentheses. And then they'll say, we would like you to consider our product, parentheses, insert your product name here. You know, it's such a form letter. They don't even take that stuff out. It's unbelievable how some of this stuff comes in. They expect people to respond to something like that. So anyways, this particular email message was actually pretty good. It started out with Dear Russ, and then it went into explanations about my own channel. Yeah, it says, hey, we like your videos. We noticed that you're riding an e-bike, and that you had knee problems, and that your knee problems were fixed up by the e-bike rides, and we really like how, I'm kind of paraphrasing roughly what it said, like how you engage with your viewers, and we really like that. We even like the fact that you have that second channel, More from Russ. Wow, it even mentioned More from Russ, and how that's been going well for you and all that. We would like you to consider our product and to use it on either of the channels, and as you see fit. And if you do so, we'll have a good collaboration, that type of thing. So it was so well written that I said, oh man, I've got to check this product out. Usually when I look at these solicitations, first thing I look at is whether I could see anything funny, like the where they don't take your insert person's name here type of stuff out. So it was so well written. I went straight to the link of their website, and I looked at the website stuff. I go, this is actually a good product. Yeah, it's actually a good product. I says, if I was in that area of what this product does, I would probably review it. Yeah, I would. But I can't see how I can do it without revealing where I live. Without going into details of what the product is, okay? I was like, I can't show this product because there's no way. It's an outdoor product, okay? says I can't do it without showing my entire house. Like I said, I can't do it. And then they gave you some samples of what else you can do it and possibly use it for on your e-bike rides. I mean, they really went in pretty in depth of how you might be able to do something. But even so, I can't really do it. So I felt bad. I says, wow, I wouldn't mind trying this product out and showing it, but it's not going to happen, right? And then there's always an and then. And then I thought about it. I says, was this email actually really written by an actual person? I started thinking about AI. I started thinking, did they maybe send my videos or the channel's link somehow to an AI program like ChatGPT or something, and have this message automatically generated? Ooh. I mean, it knew so much about me and about what I do that I go, did somebody actually spend the time to actually research me before sending me this solicitation, or was it automatically done? Because really, if you think about it, if they did that to every influencer they wanted to contact, you know how long that would take them to do, check everybody's channel out? It'd be a lot of effort. I mean, if they were in the e-bike industry, it'd be another story, right? But they're not. So here's my question to you. Do you think it's real or not? I mean, have you ever gotten an email message or a text message or something that was so well targeted towards you that you kind of thought, maybe this isn't real? And the whole thing with AI, you know, they could do so many things now with AI. It's unbelievable. I once had ChatGPT create a action figure of Russ is Right. I think I showed that to you guys before, right? Yeah, if I remember, I'll put a picture up here. Yeah, it generated. I told it, you know, put a camera there, put an e-bike there, put a guitar in there. You know, I even told him what kind of guitar to stick in there, and it actually did. And it generated like a figurine of Russ is Right. And then I said, bubble wrap it and put it inside one of those bubble packaging, and then put Russ is Right on there, right? And it did it. Yeah, it actually generated it. But then I thought I looked a little weird. It was too smiley. You know, all you have to do is give it a photo of yourself, and then it creates it. It says, make me less smiling, and put a black shirt and black jeans on, black jeans, because that's what I typically wear, right? See, it's all black. And so it did, but it made me like frown. I said, I actually like this one better than the other one because it was funny. I'll try to remember to put a photo up. Anyway, you could actually tell these AI programs now to write you a letter, write you a resume, write you whatever. I mean, give it the details and it'll actually write it for you. So I kept thinking, was this automatically generated? I don't trust anything now. I mean, it's to the point now you kind of think about it, you go, what's real and what's not real? Put a comment. Let me know what you think about this whole AI business. But here's the one thing that I kind of like AI for, is sometimes on Instagram, you know, you see AI generated posts. I like the ones with the babies. Have you seen those before? Celebrity babies? Yeah, I like those. You can immediately tell who it is because they put their photo in there, and then it creates a baby version of them. Obviously, when they were little babies, they didn't look like that, right? I mean, but you can tell who it is because it takes that photo and really generates something that looks like them. I like those because they're kind of cute and they're usually pretty funny, and you can tell who they are, so that's kind of fun, right? Sometimes they take photos of political figures. You've seen these probably, right? Where they put them in situations and make them do things which never really happened, but it kind of looks like they did because it's got them in there, right? Got me thinking, what can you trust and what can't you trust anymore because of AI? I mean, it's so good looking that you kind of really think, well, look, they got him in a video that did this, you know. People can start thinking that's real. And then the next thing you know, there's a whole political issue around it, but it never really happened. They could do it with, like I said, uh, things that they write. You can do it with, it creates videos for you, creates photos for you, right? I mean, in this case, I made a little action figure of myself, right? So what can't it do at this point? I mean, it's so good now that it's almost like, wow, scary. Yeah, you don't know what's real and what's not. And then, of course, the forensic guy in me, too, starts thinking about the legal aspects of it. Um, how do you know that the evidence wasn't tampered with and changed um, somehow? Let this, oh, she's turning. That's a jogger girl. I didn't want to make sure that she didn't run in front of me to run her over or something. She turned. So, yeah, got me thinking, on a legal standpoint, what's real, what's not, and has evidence been changed? I mean, as a former evidence technician, we take photos at crime scenes, we take different angles of things just to show the relationship of where evidence was found in relationship to the room, and whatever, or where a weapon was found in relationship to the body, that type of thing, right? So what if they take something and generate, I'm using my backup camera here, and generate something that's not real? How do you know what's real, what's not real? I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's so good now that it's very hard for even an expert to tell what's real and what's not real. So that's the scary part about AI that I see. All right, I'll give you one more example of an AI thing that's I've seen a lot on Instagram as well. Maybe you've seen them too. And it seems to always be like some Asian company creating it. I don't know, because there's always some Asian guys in there or something. Not all, but many of them are. Is the Asian? Okay, I won't say Asian. It's the humanoid robots that look like people, right? But they're always women. Yeah, it's like some guy looking for a girlfriend, but he can't find a girlfriend, so now he's looking at humanoid type robots. Yeah, talk about weird. Yeah, have you seen those before? Let me know if you've seen those before. Put a comment. Yeah, so basically what they show is they show this robot, and you can tell it's a robot. Who knows if that's real or it's not? But you can tell it's a robot because obviously they've got robotic arms, metal arms, and then their waistline, of course, is so thin that there's no real person in real life would ever have a waist that thin. And you can see it's like metal and whatever. So you kind of tell it's a robot. But the faces look so real. I mean, they use silicone and whatever. And then they push on the face so you can see that it actually is kind of a silicone, right? And then, but they look really good. I mean, they look like real people, right? And so, of course, then they've got the guy who will go up and check her out, right? And then he inappropriately touches her, and then the robot reacts to it, right? I mean, shy of slapping the guy or something like that, but she'll have a reaction and like what are you doing type of expression on their face. So, and of course it shocks the guy, right? Hey, you're inappropriately touching the humanoid robot. I've seen many of those pop up on Instagram. Tell me if you've seen those before. They're actually kind of cool. Not appropriate, but kind of cool. But I kept thinking, I says, is that real? Do they actually have robots that look like that? And I think it could be. I really do think it could be, because we've seen silicone masks that people make and then they do these goofy videos with, and they look real, right? All they have to do, I mean, if it's not a real person, they don't need like a cutout for the eye. They could just create whatever thing, right? And it'll actually look like the person. And here's something even weirder. You'll see reports of the guy not going out with a human girlfriend anymore, but deciding he wants a humanoid robot girlfriend. That's just weird. I mean, that's really weird. And they'll say things like, the guy's going to marry the robot or something. How do you do that? How do you legally do that, right? Of course, then again, you hear about stories in the past, I've heard, where the guy married a chicken. Have you heard about stuff like that? how do you marry a chicken? How do you get a wedding license for that? Okay, you sign here. Then they say to the chicken, okay, let me put some ink on the chicken feet, and then you can stamp it. That's just weird. But I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of that out in China, where the guy would marry a chicken in place of a woman. I think maybe those stories were something like they married the chicken in place of the girl that he's supposed to marry, but since she wasn't there, they married the chicken instead. I don't. It's weird. To me, it's just weird. Chicken in place of the actual person. I don't know, but I've heard stories like that. Maybe just the Chinese talk about stuff like that. I have no idea. But I've heard that in China, where they've married a chicken. I don't know. Whatever. Let me know if you've ever heard stories like that before and what you think about that. Tell you all these weird things that I've heard of before. All right, that's about all I have for you guys for today. I just wanted to talk about the the email message that I got. Let me know if you've gotten anything like that where you've kind of doubted it was actually written by somebody, but it was actually AI generated. Tell me what you think about the AI issues too. I mean, it's gotten so good that it's kind of scary good. Yeah, you can't trust anything nowadays. It's like, is too much technology good for us? I don't know. Maybe not. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We are moving up. I think we're at, what did I see last time? 726 subscribers. Come on, we gotta get another 200 and what? Another 275. You know, the funny part is anytime, and I've mentioned before, we hit a milestone. I'll usually take a photo of the milestone, then I'll send it out, to relatives and say, look, we hit this number, and they always, oh, congrats. But I always know within a few minutes after that, sometimes it'll drop. Yeah, because people come and go, right? And it's like, oh, it lasted 5 minutes. Now we're back down again. Then I wait a little bit, then it goes up again. So sometimes the numbers go up and down. Hopefully you guys stick around with me, because hopefully we'll have more fun things to do. And I'll be able to put more things in here once we get monetized. Once it's at 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 viewing hours, then I can put more stuff here on More from Russ and not have to put it on Russ is Right. Sometimes I want the exposure for some of the things that we do, and so it's easier to put it on Russ is Right because more people will see it. And not that they'll click on it, but they'll at least see it on their news feeds of YouTube, and then they'll make a decision if they want to watch or not. So hopefully we can get More from Russ at that status as well, where things are being recommended more, then the channel starts to grow. All right, that's all I got for you. Talk to you guys next time.